Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about another challenges tournament, that being Vietnam Full Split 1. And just like in my Thailand video, I'll be going through the teams and the standings results and then the playoffs as well. So let's first get right into it. First start off with the teams, and here are the teams that play, that being Fancy United Esports, Team Flash, Rapid Lo-Fi, Dominus Esports, Crocodile Tier, Tandu Esports, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kobiet and Lazy. Here are the players as well. You most likely won't know either of them, but that is obviously okay. Standings wise as well, this is what the standings looks like. This is actually a Swiss stage, so that's why it's a bit different compared to all the other ones. But it was Fancy Night and Team Flash, both of them went 2-0. Then it was Rapid Lo-Fi and Lazy going 2-1 to finish in the top 4. And 5th through 6th was Tanda Esports and Kobiet, both of them going 2-2. And while Crocodile Tier and Dominus Esports going 0-3. I'll be honest, I can't really say anything about these, some of these matches are surprising or anything. I can't really say anything because I mean it's kind of what we kind of expected. I mean, Fancy United and Team Flash, I expected both of them to be top 2 at least in Vietnam. One thing I wasn't expecting was late to be this competitive, and Rapid Lo-Fi also surprised me as well. And other than that, I just kind of thought, okay, that kind of makes sense for all the other teams from 5th to 8th. But yeah, so this. Yeah, it's basically going to be just like in Miles Madrid, so expect this to what you'll see in Madrid, basically. So that is results. One thing I will actually mention is this really close round 5 match for the final spot. That being Crocodile Tier versus Kobiet, 3-2, very close. I guess it shows of how even these two teams are, considering that split went to overtime. So it shows how even they are, but it went back and forth. So pretty unlucky there though for Crocodile Tier, but Kobiet does advance over to the playoffs. And speaking of the playoffs, let's talk about it. So first up with Fancy United Esports versus Rapid Lo-Fi. A 2-1 victory for Fancy United against Rapid Lo-Fi, which not that surprising whatsoever. 13-10 on Sunset for Fancy United, 13-11 on Ascento for Rapid Lo-Fi, and 14-12 on Bind for Fancy United. Not a lot. Just no lot of surprises here. Phoenix being used a lot more now, mainly because of QCK on Loud. That's probably the main reason. Sunset on Yoru, which is something I was not expecting that from Fancy United, but other than that, Fancy United moves on, along with Team Flash as well, who basically dominated against Lazy. 13-6 on Bind, 13-5 on Breeze, an absolute wipeout from Team Flash. Lazy, though, they knock out Tanda Esports out of the tournament, 13-4 on Lotus and 13-11 on Sunset. One close game versus versus an absolutely demolish of a game for Lazy. So good work on Lazy as they move over. While Rapid Lo-Fi destroys Kobiet, 13-4 of both Breeze and Lotus to advance to the low bracket semi-final. A bracket final now, and these two are basically the titans of Vietnam. These two are basically in another league of their own. But here, Fancy United, they kind of showed that there's no team that can really top them yet. Team Flash got absolutely dismantled here in this match. 13-4 on Icebox, 13-6 on Bind. And yes, as you can see, no duelers for the side of Fancy United on Icebox, which is kind of strange, but it worked out. It was innovative, it was new, it was something that they were not expecting, so it actually worked out there for Fancy United Esports. Bracket semifinals now. Rapid Lo-Fi, they beat out Lazy to advance to the lower finals. 34 on Ascent, 37 on Sunset, and they actually used the same comp in every single one. I would have thought they would have probably used Jet on Ascent, but it's looking like they are more comfortable with the Raze comp, which fair enough though, to be honest. And a very close game in the lower bracket final to get a spot in the grand final. It was Team Flash beating out Rapid Lo-Fi 3-2. 13 on Bind for Rapid Lo-Fi and 34 on both Ascent and Sunset for Team Flash. 13-3 on Breeze for Rapid Lo-Fi, and 13-10 on Icebox for Team Flash. So Team Flash will advance to the grand final, while Rapid Lo-Fi had to settle in for third place. Both Yoru has been used on Breeze. Yoru also been used as well by Team Flash on Bind, which they didn't actually use in the next match. Which I'll get into soon, just to change it up a bit. And the sim comp once again, like they did against Lazy here on Ascent and Sunset, it was exactly the same. And Icebox as well, interesting, with a Hubble Viper combo. Over in Team Flash, they just had Viper and KJ and KO. So very, very different comps from both sides, which at least is a good sign. So at least they're changing stuff up and stuff. But for the grand final, could this be considered an upset? I don't really know. But it was Team Flash beating out Fantasy United Esports. 13-8 on all three maps. Lotus, Bind, and Icebox. Yes, Icebox, the map that they were demolished on previously in the upper bracket final, where they got demolished by this weird comp of a double initiator, double controller, and a sentinel of Killjoy. They beat out all the odds. Now, I did watch Bind and Icebox, and there were incredible maps. Bind especially, there were a lot of mistakes, though, especially from Fantasy United to close out the game. But I was kind of already there, but that's alright. Icebox, let's just say Team Flash was 5 seconds away of getting into match point originally. I think around 18. But then I was delayed, they won either way, so it didn't really matter. But it was a bit of a mini comeback there for Fantasy United Esports. And speaking of the grand final, let's give a massive shout out to Alaya, the Sentinel controller player here, Viper and Killjoy, plus 23. He had an amazing game here. Dorf also has some great moments. Ting was alright. I mean, he obviously he did the job that all duelists obviously did, so that's obviously a good sign, making space. Killers had some good moments. Vin is also having some great moments as well from Team Flash. Everyone basically from Team Flash had different moments. Shout out as well to Jin, who had a 12-11 first kill first death +1 ratio, so pretty good there. I mean, 12 first kills is really, really good until you see the first deaths, which is not that good. Either way, Lotus, here they are. They use this weird comp with Phoenix that I hate. I hate this comp. I'm not a fan of it. I would rather have them use Yoru than Phoenix on Lotus, in my opinion. I just think Yoru much better on Lotus than Phoenix, in my opinion. And they also use Astra, which is kind of strange considering that they use triple controllers, no initiator. They basically said fuck initiator. Let's just run triple controller. Sure. How'd that go for them? Horrendously. Bind also 13-8. They had a couple of good moments. I mean, they dominated on attack, I just want to say. Absolutely dominated it in the second half. The chamber, they used the chamber pretty wisely, just to gain information, and even when Ting actually altered, he went to another site just to create some pressure, so that was interesting to say the least. Killers are also finishing off the map, and I kind of molded there because Cruz, this is round 21 here. Cruz, the Cypher, he wasn't maybe on full health, and Kishi, he was maybe, I think it was on 8 health, I believe, and obviously it was a 1v2, and I thought Cruz was going to defuse the spike while Kishi was basically going to be the bait. It was the opposite. The complete opposite happened, and Killers won the round. So that was really, really annoying to see. And Icebox as well. I mean, I thought this was gonna be pretty competitive, and it kind of felt the same as it was in Bind. I mean, there was so many mistakes coming up from both teams, but once again, it mainly came from Fantasy United Esports. To be fair as well, Kishi, I think there was one point that he might disconnected from the server, but he was back in pretty quickly. Fakir also getting an ace as well, which was amazing to see. But there were a couple of mistakes, I'll be honest, especially from Fantasy United. So they did look a bit off today, but we'll see. We'll see if they bounce back for Split 2 and for the performance as well. The ace, like I mentioned before, from Fakio, a 4K as well from Fakio and Kishi, including from everyone basically on from um, Team Flash. Like Dwarf got 1, Killers got 2, Alea got 3, Venus and Ting also gained 1, and even a 1v4 clutch win as well from Jin, and a 1v3 clutch win as well from Kishi. So now, like, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. I will probably actually be doing some VOD reviews actually for South Asia, so look out for that. I'll upload them here. And if you guys want me to do more, like let's say like on Korea or Japan, for example, I'm happy to do that. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys the next time in the next one. Goodbye.